Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Little River Medical Center. Now, I know I say this a lot, but today we have a very important topic on the board, and we're talking about open enrollment. I'm joined by Catherine Lane from Little River Medical Center. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's such a beautiful day out here outside of our Carolina Forest location, so I'm excited.
Amen. We are going to be talking about a lot of things today, so get your pads of paper and pencils ready. But, you know, just an overview here.
Sure.
We're talking about health insurance. We're approaching some pretty important dates that our viewers need to know about.
We are. So right now we're in the midst of open enrollment that runs from November 1st to January 15th. And Katie, this is a really important time of the year for individuals because not only do you have access or you're gaining access to the health insurance marketplace to make your plan selections for the upcoming year, so 2024, all the decisions you're making now are going to impact the upcoming year. But it's an opportunity also for individuals that might be coming off of, you know, for example, we were chatting a little bit before we started rolling, you know, someone coming off of their parents' health insurance plan. Right. And so that's a situation where you want to make sure if you're not going on to an employee-sponsored plan, that you have options available to you where you can gain access to your own health coverage through the healthcare marketplace.
So this is something that impacts a lot of people, a lot of different ages as well.
Absolutely, yes. So all ages, a lot of situations that we're seeing as well, especially with the Medicaid unwinding happening. A lot of individuals have lost Medicaid coverage, and what has happened is they may not be even eligible now based on their current situation, income that they now have over, you know, several years. There has not been a redetermination happening, and so they've lost coverage in the last couple of months, and they really need to gain access to coverage. And so this is that perfect opportunity to really see what plans are out there, what options are available, and really understand what options that they do have in the upcoming year.
Well, I guess my question would be, how does one start? Where do you begin?
Yes, and so as someone's thinking about open enrollment and marketplace health insurance, it can be really intimidating, even for someone that works in healthcare. And so to the average individual that's looking for coverage options, we really want to point them to Little River Medical Center because we have a certified marketplace navigator, but we also have multiple certified application specialists that are able to really counsel and look at a person's unique individual situation, whatever income level that they're at. An individual does not have to be a patient of Little River Medical Center to receive assistance from our team members. We assist at no cost to the individual. What will happen is you'll call, speak with, you can set up an appointment, or even come on site to one of our 6 sites located throughout Horry County. We'll sit down and walk you through how to set up an account. You know, some of us aren't so tech savvy, and so even just creating our login, keeping track of our password, we have forms available where we'll write all of that down for you. We'll talk to you about your individual situation. So if an individual has used the marketplace before, say they selected a plan for 2023, and they want to really, you know, make sure that they have access to that plan and continue it, they have to renew. So you want to make sure that you're taking action, you're renewing, or you're looking at that plan and seeing if there were any plan changes because it's not uncommon for things to be tweaked from year to year. So make sure that that plan is still working for you and where you're at in your life.
Perfect. So remind me of those deadlines that people need to know and where they can find more information.
Yes, so you want to, November 1st through January 15th, you want to be talking with one of our specialists, one of our team members at Little River Medical Center, and you want to make sure that you're checking off everything on that checklist that we'll share on our Facebook page as well regarding things that you'll need when you come in and you're hoping to apply for coverage. www.lrmcenter.com is our website, and you can check us out on Facebook using the QR code.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks again for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined by Money Coach Dana Wolf. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Katie?
I'm doing good. Let's get down to basics here.
You got it.
You have some tips on how people can learn how to budget.
That's right. Budgeting is all about planning before the month happens. Okay, there are only, it's very simple, 4 things. You need to plan it, you need to balance it, because we don't want to go backwards, we want to go forward. We want to communicate it, and then we want to live it. So a couple of different tools that I use, the budget envelopes for certain things like groceries. If I have a $100 grocery budget, it goes in this envelope, and that's what I get to spend, and I'm not going to go over budget. It might be clothing, it might be just miscellaneous money, because those things can trip us up. Another thing I like to use is what's called a budget book, and some people use apps. I like to do it the old-fashioned way with paper and pen. I want to see myself making progress, and I also want to be able to have something that I can put my slips in. If I'm going to the grocery store, cash or debit at all times, I want to be able to record it so I can come up with a budget, and then at the end of the year I can actually look back and see how well I did. Other people like computers. I do a lot of spreadsheets. I like to be able to track, so having a spreadsheet is really important as well. But the communication part is really key. You need to understand your mindset when it comes to money. You need to know, are you a spender or a saver? Do you like to have the abundant opportunities and lots of opportunities, or do you want just a one-time opportunity, like when it comes to vacations? Do you want to do lots of them, or do you want to just do one very expensive vacation, okay? What is your mindset when it comes to money? And what is, if you're married, your partner's mindset?
I was gonna say that's huge to
It
talk
is.
to your partner about that sort of thing.
It is, because there's so many different things that you need to know. A lot of people like to save, some people like to spend, a lot of people like to give. Are we going to be spontaneously giving, or are we going to plan our giving? So there's so many different aspects of money, and each person is here, we're all individuals, each person is here to have a purpose here, and we just need to be able to communicate what that purpose is.
Love that. So if people are saving up for something big or want some help, how can they get in contact with you?
Very simple, Dana Wolf Financial Coach. Just Google that or go to my website, First Step Financial Solutions.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Living Local Carolina. My goodness, this is my office for today. I'm out here with Coach Goody. What's up? How are you?
You are in my world, yeah. Doesn't it feel awesome? Check it out. What a day. We're going to play some volleyball in the sand, a little beach volleyball. Are you ready?
I am kind of ready. Let's first talk about what you do and how you got all of these volleyball courts.
Yeah, so super exciting. It was 2013, and my daughter, she was like 13 years old, and she was playing indoor volleyball, club volleyball, and she's like, I played beach, and she always would watch Dad go off and play in these tournaments and stuff. I'm just like, Dad, I want to learn to play beach volleyball. Can you teach me? And I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do it. And I said, well, we had 3 courts down here at the time. I was like, well, why don't we get your teammates, see if anyone else wants to come? And we started a little club. And we had like 20 kids, and we did a couple months of training, and that's how it started.
And it's grown to be pretty darn big now.
It has. It slowly grew, and really COVID, surprisingly, is what helped it grow, because there wasn't a lot of things going on, but we were allowed to do beach volleyball. And I was kind of one of the first sports that kind of went back out and got the kids going. It was a little scary at first, but once everyone got out there, it was so exciting, and it just blew up. And the tournaments, we had more and more people coming here for the tournaments, and since then it's really grown more and more. So
I
it's
love
exciting.
it. And you were saying that this is the kind of sport that's for everybody, you know, all levels, all ages.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah, because I mean, everybody kind of, oh yeah, I love volleyball. You know, they remember in PE playing, and maybe they had 4 on one side, or maybe they had 8, right? So it just kind of depends where you're at, whether you're out at a family picnic or whether you're a professional playing 2-on-2. You know, whether you have 10 on one side and 10 on the other, or 2-on-2. So there's a lot of flexibility, and people just want to play and have a good time. Yeah. So it's fun.
Love it. So for people that might be watching this right now and are interested in playing a game or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, how can they do that? Can they get in contact with you?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, so my website is I have two different, you have grandstrandsand.com, so they can reach out there. And then really, you just come out here. These courts are free to use to the public, so just come out and play. You know, you need a ball, you know, call some friends and get out here and get out and play.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
We have quite a treat today on Living Local Carolina. I am joined in studio by Salty Dogs Senior Dog Rescue. How are you guys doing?
We're awesome. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So obviously we have a very esteemed guest over here, Otis, who's sitting on the couch with us. But why don't y'all tell me first a little bit about what you do and the whole purpose behind your mission?
Sure, absolutely. We are a senior-based rescue. We only take dogs 6 and older. We get dogs from owner surrender as well as from shelters. We started in May of 22, and we are a 501c3. We are totally operated by volunteers, located in Pawleys Island, but we have fosters as far north as Little River and as far south as Charleston. And then we adopt out animals out of state. We've had people come 4-6 hours just to adopt some of our senior dogs.
Okay, so senior dogs, obviously there's a specific purpose why.
My partner and I both started working in animal rescue years ago, and we noticed that the senior dogs come in and they kind of get overlooked. People are looking for puppies or younger dogs, and most of these dogs have already been in a home, so they are surrendered or dropped off at a shelter, and then, you know, they just are there kind of overwhelmed, never been in that type of environment before. So we just felt a need to come and draw those dogs out, put them in a foster home as opposed to a shelter, and then focus more attention on them so that they get adopted.
You're closing that gap for dogs like Otis.
Yes, yes. We enjoy what we do. We also, another thing that is important to us is estate planning. We really feel like people need to focus on what's going to happen to their animals should something happen to them. Too many people assume that family or friends are going to take their dog, and actually cats as well, and then what happens is they get dropped off at a shelter instead. So that's where we come in.
Heartbreaking. Well, tell me, what made you want to be Otis's foster mom?
So we are a senior dog household, and we adopt rescues that are seniors and typically with medical conditions. So we had an extra spot in the home, but we weren't really sure if we wanted to adopt all the way, so we thought we've always wanted to foster, and we had the opportunity, so we made the jump, and we're loving every second of it.
I love it. So what is it like getting to know these dogs during the foster process?
So initially we do have some decompression time to make sure that, you know, they're comfortable and feel safe and secure. And Otis didn't really need a lot of that time. He would rather have been with our pack, so we let him out and he just fit right in. And we've had no issues with him. He's just the sweetest, he's like the most amazing little character.
He's a good boy for sure.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's 7 years old. Other things that we have in our rescue, whether it's fostering like Atina does, we have volunteers who work events. Obviously people can donate, and then we also just strongly encourage people to look at adopting a senior dog, especially if they are seniors, so that they're you know, kind of in the same playing field with the dogs. We have Facebook and Instagram and our website, and our animals, our adoptable dogs are always focused and located there.
She took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to ask how people could get in contact with you
Yeah,
guys.
saltydogsrescue.org, and then also on Facebook and Instagram.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.